Greetings, my dear followers and viewers who have been walking the journey with me ever since we opened the channel. By the way, we opened this channel sometime this year, about 4, 5, 6 months ago, and you've been moving with us. We have grown in subscriptions, we have grown in views, we have grown in likings, and of course we continue to grow. As they always say, a journey of 1,000 steps, a journey of 1,000 miles usually begins with a single step, usually begins with a single mile. So we started, we put it out there to the public, and of course, many of you have gone on getting on board, you've liked, you've shared, you've viewed, you've learned, and probably have even gone ahead to take action. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, as we are coming to the close of the year 2025, the same year that we started this. And of course, on the same note, as we close this year, I thought that I should give you this one. I should show you that very point at which we are closing the year 2025 from, the note at which we are closing our year, okay? And I'm going to turn around the camera and I will show you what's happening right here at Josepha Organic Farm, Mixed Farm Project, because we have coffee, we have banana, we have actually different varieties of banana, we have cassava. I'm going to show you some cassava trees. There's a model in which we planted them. We have what? We have maize for the animals, majorly. For now we grow maize for the animals. And then we also have the animals right at this, if you can see at the distant point of this camera, we have animals right there in that shed, let me see if I can show it to you, that shed that you see right there where the tank is and the mesh. Yeah, we have animals right there. And by the way, yeah, that's another commercial project that we are doing there. But for now, in the beginning, we are majorly using it to produce manure for our plantation, for the crops, okay? So I'm going to be showing us that very point where we are ending the year 2025 from, and I must say, I'm really grateful to the good Lord for what He has enabled us to accomplish, both in learning and then also in the doing. So let me turn around the camera and show you what has been happening here and how far we have come this year, 2025. Okay, here we are. As you can see, I'm standing at a certain point of this plantation, and in this section that you are seeing, ladies and gentlemen, we have had to have coffee and a mixture. We did intercropping, so we have a mixture of coffee and banana. Now there is a recommended method for planting banana, intercropping banana and coffee, but then for us there is a unique one that we chose practically, because what we decided to do at this farm, of course, is to gather as much knowledge as possible from benchmarking on different people's farms, through the media as different farmers share, and then eventually come and put it into practice on our own laboratory, or at least our own farm, okay? But from gathering as much information as we have been able to gather, we also decided that we, try out, to be creative a bit. You see, most of the recommended spacing when it comes to coffee, for example, commonly here in Uganda, East Africa, is the 10 by 10 spacing. And if I could show us practically from right here at this point where I am, you can see that between that plant and this plant, or in between those 4 plants, this one, the other one, as well as this one, there's quite some space that was left in between the coffee plants. And then as the proprietor of this, I said to myself, hey, wait a minute, most especially when the coffee was much younger, couldn't we use this space for something else so that we can maximize our land even much more? Because we don't have so much land here. We have about 5 to 7 acres that we are trying to utilize. It's in a very good location, about 45 to 50 kilometers from town. And now it's quite hard to get even just 2 acres that are together in this area. First of all, it's expensive, but also finding someone who is taking that land, that amount of land, that size of land off of themselves is quite hard. So we said, well, we were privileged to have got it, the 7 acres, or 5, they're about 5 to 6, between 5 and 7 acres that we have right here. So having them where we have them, we said, no, we cannot waste this land by, okay, focusing on majorly one crop. Yes, they can all be good cash crops, they can all generate an income, but then we can do better trying to plant these together. Then of course did some research about it, which crops can best go along with coffee and or can best grow along each other. And the category, of course, amongst the various categories is of coffee and banana, because initially we did coffee here. That was our first pilot project and our first focus. And after seeing the spacing, as I was saying, we felt that we needed to add something, and banana turned out to be the most perfect, partner, of the most perfect combination with our coffee right here. So that's what we did, okay? And then, as I was sharing, earlier, so from seeing that space, I felt that no, we cannot leave this space just to go to waste. We don't have as much land as I've already explained. So we decided that amongst every 4 crops, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we shall put a banana stool or a banana plant. And that's what we did. And for us in our thinking, we feel that in as much as the usually recommended spacing of banana in a coffee plantation is 20 feet, 20 feet, let's say from this plant to the next one, there should be 20 feet, and another 20 feet and another 20 feet and another 20 feet. And the same applies in the other spaces where one decides to put the banana. But well, for us, we said, wait a minute. In our own thinking, when this banana, first of all, the banana leaves, the nature of the banana plant is that it grows upwards. Its leaves grow upwards and spread, So chances are that the leaves of the bananas may never really affect the coffee plants that much, okay? They may never really crowd or form a kind of bush, which is eventually going to result into pests and diseases and all that stuff for our coffee. So we said, why not? Let's do that in this kind of manner. In the same spacing of 10 by 10, let's also do a 10 by 10 of bananas, but in the unique manner such as amongst every 4 coffee plants, we'll put a banana stool. Amongst every 4 coffee plants, we put a banana stool, which is why we have what we have right here. I don't know if you can be able to see it. I'll try to zoom out so that you can be able to see, which is why we have what you see right here, right from that point there, going all the way. You're going to see this one is a line of bananas. Then right here, we have a line of coffee trees. Then again, we have a line of bananas again. And then we have a line of coffee trees, and we continue on up to some part of the coffee plantation, or now it's banana and coffee plantation. And by the way, if you can see, as we close the year 2025, our coffee in this section, of course, ever since last month, was it last month or earlier on, maybe a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 ago, these trees have actually been flowering in different, in different time intervals all over the plantation. So you can see around this time, this one, in this section, quite a number of trees have actually flowered. As you can see, of course, as we close the year 2025, that's the message. We are closing it on this note when in this section of our plantation, a good number of the trees have flowered. As you can see, I hope the camera can really show us a perfect view of what we are trying to talk about. And it continues on all the way down, okay? I see a crop here that seems to be a little sick. Maybe it was affected by the black coffee twig borer. We have this twig was affected by the black coffee twig borer. Definitely I have to remove it. And unfortunately, it was affected. Let me see. Let me see, could it have been affected right from here? I don't know. But yeah, that's what we have here. And I see as if there's another one. Yeah, but of course those are part. This was affected by the BCTB, the black coffee twig borer. As you've seen, of course, I hadn't planned for this. But now that I have found it, I can't leave it in the garden. I have to remove it and go destroy it by burning. But yeah, this is what we have. Interestingly, some of the banana has actually even started to bear fruit. The very first seeds that we planted into the soil, you can see from This crop right here has started to bear fruit. That one right there, you can see the neighboring plant, the coffee. Now for me, in my thinking, I felt that these, because we're going to be maintaining 3 plants per stool, so we'll not be allowing them to go beyond that. And I feel, in my own thinking, creative thinking, that this might never really compete as much with each other. With the watering, with the nutrients, we try as much as possible, as you can see, to do zonal mulching per plant stool, as well as give them as much organic manure from our animals up there, as well as water, because we have a Shaduf well. We also have our own unique irrigation system here that we try to utilize, of course, alongside the God-given rains. So you can see, now I have this, I'm holding it and it is affecting my, okay, let me see how to go about it. Let me zoom out so that you can see clearly right from this point where I'm standing. Yeah, so yes, you can see in this particular part of the section, in this particular section or part of the plantation, the banana is coming up really well alongside the coffee. None is really affecting the other, and we don't hope any to ever affect each other, because we are here doing this practically, taking every measure, every step that we can to have a successful commercial or agribusiness right here for banana, for coffee, and all the other things as the good Lord leads. You can see that this is our plantation. Look at the coffee. Let me try to zoom in for you so that you can see how nice some of these things look like, because the camera may not really bring out the picture for you. But by the way, this coffee is 1 year and maybe 2 months, is it? Because we started this plantation in 2024, October 10th. So October 10th this year, they made a year. So maybe 1 year, 2 months, yes. So this is what we have. And of course, there are some of these plants that have had a bit of yellowing of the leaves. I'm doing research about this in case of someone out there. You can help me decipher what this problem is, because I can't afford to lose these my plantations, rather these my plants, after months and weeks and days of care, in every way best known to us. So as we close the year, my dear friends, this is what we have. As we close the year 2025, you can see the banana plantation stops right here for now, but part of our 2026 goals and resolution, we are going to be extending it in this kind of manner, this mixed kind of manner. We are going to be extending this banana plantation up to, let me try to zoom in and show you if I can, if I may, up to that plant that you see there. If my finger can show it to you right there. We're going to be adding in banana up to that point in this section of the plantation. And by the way, on the other side, we already have a banana plantation that is an independent banana plantation, actually, where we are getting banana from already. And then the coffee plantation continues all the way down and even turns a corner all the way to the other side. And of course, as I mentioned, in our year 2026 plans and goals, we are going to be expanding our coffee as well as our banana plantation, adding more varieties of banana as well as adding more varieties of coffee. At the end of the day, to have a massive agribusiness, a massive, commercial agriculture project right here. So really, I hope someone has been inspired by our journey this year, 2025, because as we kept sharing the challenges, the good times, right now I'm in the banana plantation, part of those that we have already established. Let me show you some of our products already. Look at this wonderful product right here. This is what we have. It looks pretty nice, and I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to the team. So, as I was saying, I hope someone out there really has been inspired, most importantly, to start a project of this kind of their own, as we New Year goals and resolutions, I would love to urge you to also consider starting something of this kind for yourself. Some of us have the land, but maybe we are afraid to start. We think and feel like this is quite tough, you know, to a point of feeling like or thinking that it's impractical. But I want to tell you from my own personal experience, the journey I've walked this year, 2025 mainly, it's really practical. It's rather, the word should be doable. Let me turn around. It's doable, you can do it. I've been able to do it. So I continue to encourage you, consider starting something of this kind for yourself the year 2025. You know, the population, the masses are never going to stop feeding. Meaning, in one way or the other, there must be money in agriculture. Maybe usually the challenge is how to make the money. And that's why people like me and several other people out there decided to share our journey to the general public, both local and international, through YouTube and other platforms. So be the one that is going to be inspired to take action around, you know, a project of this kind in the bid to secure the future for yourself and your loved ones. I want at this very point to say to you, Merry Christmas, my dear viewers. Merry Christmas, our dear followers. Continue to subscribe so that we walk this journey together as we learn, as we take action, as we inspire generations for the future. God bless you and cheers.